All right, so you can see here we have the terminal open at the top right. We have our tasks that our agents are working on, that Claude is working on at the bottom right. And this is our simple prompting, just all from the Claude desktop. So Claude Code apparently got a very big UI upgrade and just usefulness outside of using it for terminal, which was largely boring for most people. To me, it made me feel smarter just doing everything out of a terminal, but now it should be more user-friendly. Instead of going through the announcement post, I'm going to take a look at it in real time. I haven't experienced it for myself yet. This is the first scene that we see, is just talking about our overview of our sessions, of our messages, of our tokens, and all of that. I started working on something that basically would scan YouTube, let me know what type of videos people are making on AI related stuff, and compile that into a spreadsheet for me to kind of figure out what topics to cover on days that maybe there's not big news. So what I'm going to do during the session is I want to go ahead and open up this folder that I created with my Claude Code and basically upgrade that workflow. So my prompt here is I want to upgrade this system, and it suggests ways the system can be more efficient. And let's just kind of see how this looks. So the first thing that I noticed, and you might not be able to see it all, is this top right. Let's see, this is a share, or okay, so you can already see in this top right above me, I can preview, I can do terminal, I can do task, I can do plans. So I can kind of break this down, but I want this to kind of go for a little bit before I do that. So kind of while I'm working on this is my YouTube script. If I wanted to do a different task, I would click different, and it's opening up another window right now for me that's behind my screen. I probably need to make myself smaller to where I can actually work on a whole different project while this one is going. But before that's going, again, I kind of want to test all the features of this to kind of enhance the quality. The irony of this is I'm trying out all of the newest features, yet I'm still not even operating in dark mode because I don't usually use this. I usually use my terminal, which is on my computer, obviously, like via the desktop. So right now you can see that opposed to doing this like in terminal work, if you're used to terminal work, it's a little bit more explanatory. It gives me graphs, which again, you never get in terminal. So basically right now I'm discussing with it what I want to do. And it's saying that this SQLite cache will bring this process from minutes to seconds. I did ask if it was going to take an hour because it says effort an hour. It says it's not going to be that bad, so it's working on that right now. Let's go on again. If I wanted to do a planning screen, Claude writes plans here as it keeps chatting. And I'm going to make myself smaller so you can kind of see all of this more efficiently. If I wanted to do something else, like if I did want to do the terminal, which I keep on mentioning, then boom, terminal. My Windows PowerShell is literally pulled up here, and I would work on a project just like I would work within my terminal right here. And I could open up Claude and work within that. Currently right now it's working on everything that we just talked about, and we could do another one, like we could do task, and this is where you can delegate tasks. You can even see if you have an agent working on that. You can do a preview. So you can run a dev server to inspect network requests, debug with logs, see changes. So you can kind of see the possibilities here stacking up, all kind of while you're working with Claude Code to be able to work on your project that you're working on. This is a big upgrade because, again, there was really no reason not to just use terminal. So here again, you kind of see two things running. I have a preview that's being set up, and then it has the task that it's working on. So right now it's checking for syntax of updated script. It's testing the cache and initializing. And I'm sure once it's done, actually do something that can be previewed. I can have a preview of the efforts, and probably this isn't the best project to give the preview example. And again, if I wanted to open more, if I wanted to close out preview, because we don't really need that right now, and I wanted to open up different, I can actually open up a different work tree right here and start working on something else. So the upgrade I just shipped took this process, which should take which was taking minutes, like 10 minutes, to just a few seconds. And again, we can see the task here on the side. It's running again to test it. It's running it, and I'm about to get a master list already. So the first run took 12 seconds. It fetched 20 individual fetches, and the second run is going right now, and it's working. So we're already upgraded our system to where it's faster and more efficient. In a minute, I'm going to show you really the power of this by really executing multiple upgrades almost at the same time to kind of show you how to fill out this taskbar and all that. All right, I switched to dark mode so you can tell this. So we're doing two things. We just ran a couple of things and got the results. So we can actually pull up Terminal to view the results, which again, instead of pulling up Terminal through your desktop, we can now pull it up directly through the Claude code just on the desktop app. And you can see right now that this channel, this title says build anything with Claude code, and the channel has 48,000 subscribers and there's been 725 views, and it's 1 day old. So that's actually not a great example. But what would be better examples is people with lower viewership that kind of match, or people with lower subscribers that would get higher views. You see Alex Finn on here. He said live you need to be using OpenClaw and Claude. He has 186,000 subscribers, which is crazy. He got 1.7 thousand views and it's a day old. What this is telling me right now is overall views across the board are kind of lower on the regarding Claude. So right now none of these topics would be great for me to cover as someone who only has 1,000 subscribers. So right now I did a pretty large prompt. I said to go by level of importance and upgrade the system in ways that you find is most important. But I also told it that I have 1,000 subscribers, so seeing some of these channels with 385,000 subscribers, how many views they get in a day versus how many views I should expect and topics I should cover just isn't really relevant. So I also wanted to upgrade that to go from just larger accounts that it's finding to also integrating some smaller accounts, so I can kind of get an idea of what people are wanting to watch and kind of the information that's on YouTube. So again, at any point I can collapse and add slides here. Right now I kind of like it going through the task so I can see what it's trying to do, and it's running it, it's testing it, it's going through all these upgrades as I can see on the left side. And then once it's time for me to kind of test it out again, I'm going to get the file and I'm going to open it up in my terminal, which again is all cleanly in the same window. All right, so you can see here we have the terminal open at the top right. We have our tasks that our agents are working on, that Claude is working on at the bottom right. And this is our simple prompting just all from the Claude desktop. Test just to kind of show this in action. But if you do any type of coding or development like this, you know you run into barriers. And one of the ones we're hitting right now is rate limits from YouTube. Instead of trying to figure out a way around that, the main point of this video is to show off this terminal. I hope that I did a good job at that. If you think I did, then let me know down below what you're working on, if you like this style of video. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, leave a subscribe. I will see you guys next video.